Hey, in today's video, I'm detangling my hair because we need to. And I need to figure out which one of these I'm going to use to take it loose with. I'm going to detangle my hair and we're going to chat about God, faith in God, answer some questions you all might have. Just basically, I don't want it to be that this is uneventful. We could talk about hair, we could talk about anything. As long as you keep it all respectful. And please excuse everything in the background. I'm chilling in my tank top and my jeans. We got some hair that need to detangle, and so I already know that's a task in itself that's going to take some time for me to do. So if you have a community tab, or if you have they no longer call it a community tab, they call it posts. Hit that share button, share it to your page to share it to more people. I would appreciate it. That'll help us reach more people so we can have more people within the discussion. Okay, so I'm trying to decide. So this is where I need a spray bottle with water in it because I need to make sure that I'm not combing through completely dry hair. Okay, I don't need to do that. Hold on. You as well. Hope your day has been. Actually, that's something what I want to talk about while I'm detangling my hair. Hold on. Let me reach for something because I want to moisturize my hair. Give me a few seconds. There we go. You go ahead and add something to these ends because I don't believe running the comb through completely dry hair. I'm not sure what's going with the saying the numbers thing. Because last time I got tricked into that. I'm not saying you tricking me. But then when I said it, I realized, okay, you just wanted me to say something kind of off. And that was not appropriate. Alright, so we got something on these ends. We put product on this end. And so now, I think I'm going to take it out. Detangle my hair because we need to do something to it. Ain't no sense in me sitting here and chatting and then taking my hair loose and we not talking. Might as well do a little of both. Not that I'm an expert at it, but how's everyone been doing? Because, been an interesting time frame of 24 hours for the last couple of, you want to call it days. Ooh, I can feel something through his hair. It cannot be on the side of me. This is the best view we got. I'd rather not show the side of anything. My area is not designed for that. So that's going to be a no. towel in front of me. It is always best to put a towel in front of you doing stuff like this, whether you braiding it up, or you taking it down. It's best to do that because otherwise you have hair all over the place. This helps me skip a step, not have to do an extra step when I get ready to clean up, because I can just pick up this towel and toss it in the trash and go on about my business. Saves me a lot of time. Why on the side? I think that's a very peculiar question to ask. You have a right to ask that, but I also have a right to say no, especially because my setup is not made for that. I'm looking at my setup, I said, absolutely not. I'm not showing everything. You know, there's some, and it's not that I'm ashamed, it's just I don't feel comfortable, so the answer is no. I don't have the setup for that. I know. I can turn around for that. I can get up, turn around, give you a 360 if I need to, without ever moving the camera. I can still achieve the same thing with a different method without compromising my boundaries for that. And I think that's an important discussion to have. First, we're going to get out all this, whatever's tangling this hair or detangling, we're going to get all of this residue out. We're going to get it out. I have discussed, I have live streaming in some of the noisiest places and in the most unlikely places, and it's like, look, there's a certain point, like, look, anything does not go here. It just don't. I can't even tell you how long I had this in. Well, I can always turn around, but then you won't be able to see my face. So, it's been addressed. I'm going to do what works for me. Because at any moment I feel pressured, I'm going to double down on my boundaries. I appreciate you asking, but I'm not comfortable with that. I've explained why. I have expressed why. Okay. Alright, so I'm starting to see residue here. So let me know what I'm going to have to do when I'm done. I am not going to sleep like this, so definitely not. We're going to figure out something. Yeah. You know what I do? I give out block trophies. So I have been, as a person, here's what I'm going to do. I can realize you're new here. So I'm going to forgive you, Ajwad, one, and release you into the complete freedom of my forgiveness. I'm actually quite nervous for you making such a derogatory and such a insanely inappropriate remark. Because who tells that to a person that's so you're now the shower king? Let me kindly remind you of where you are. You know, sometimes people have that thing about well, it is norm, they scamming you when they say kindly. Well, no scam here. So my name is Jessica. Jessica be brave. I can tell you're new here, so let me introduce myself. My name is not only Jessica, but I teach people how to smell good all day long. The bonus is I love Jesus. So, I've done many live streams in which I have fresh out the shower, freshly dressed, fresh face of makeup, fresh braids, freshly washed. Took y'all in there with me while I washed my hair or came back on camera after. So, you're in God's hands. God saw you type that comment, write that comment, and now I'm like really afraid for you. And you probably have never heard nobody speak to you like that because you probably been getting away with talking to people crazy off the wall like that. Well, today, make today your first day. You today years old that someone actually holds you accountable. Yeah. And I hold you accountable by one, calling you out. Two, actually, one, forgiving you publicly. Two, reminding you what I do because I realize you're new here. It's okay. Three, if you come back again, that is unless I block you tonight. I'm really leaning towards more 90-10 in terms of blocking you and giving you a block trophy. And then four, just letting you know that I'm very nervous for you and God saw you do that. How many times did I say that? Somebody tell me in the comments. I'm pretty sure more than three. I'm really nervous for you. Now you can add that to the tally. I'm nervous for you. I may still block you. I don't know. I'll take the rest of the time detangling my hair. I think that was funny. Maybe you was trying to crack a joke. But yeah, you tried it. Yeah. Thank you for the laugh. I'm pretty sure you meant to make me mad, but it's like, I realize you don't know me. And I realize how unwise that looks. I'm trying not to use the S word that ends in ID. You know, yeah, that's not nice. So I'm not going to stoop to nobody's level. That's no. We're going this way, not this way. And that's armpits full of deodorant. I've done videos like that too. Fresh out the shower, put on the deodorant. It happened to be not invisible, so we good. Anywho, we gonna continue what we was doing. Ah, came here trying to be funny. Ah, I needed that laugh today. I needed that. I truly did needed that. So appreciate you. You might not try to be funny. You might have tried to make me mad. Well, that went the opposite way. Now let's go ahead and take down this second one. I don't think I like braiding them straight back like this, which is why I don't do it often. So I don't think I'm gonna do straight backs this next time. Yeah, these are what you call. I just these were waiting on me to take them down. I got a whole video about forgiveness, and I have said many times about how I just be nervous for people, and most people hear you say stuff like that or hear you laugh, and they be like, "Uh oh, they really mad." No, I'm really nervous for you, cause you came in here. I don't come on your stuff. They be thinking that, oh, well, she laughing before she have something really crazy to say to me. No, no, that's not my job. Now, if I decide to address it, then that could go a different way. Okay, but we'll never get to a point where we're coming out of character for nobody, nothing, not at all. I've had people come there and make comments, and I told them straight up, look, I laugh at what I know ain't true, and if it's true, I'm laughing at it. Cause I know in the back of my mind, my response is probably full of profanity. But because I don't want to get in trouble with God, that's why I laugh harder. Sometimes I'd be like, I already done had a response, a response full of profanity in my mind. I'm like, yeah, Lord, forgive me. How do I say this and not get in trouble with you? Yeah, people don't know what to do when you fire back with kindness. You fire back with forgiveness. You fire back by using what God gave you. We don't know what to do with that. So they're going to do a couple things. One of them is probably back up in the defensive position. The other stop responding altogether. That's what I've seen. I don't know. I came on here with a mind with a mission. We're gonna detangle this hair, and we're gonna chat. And I'm gonna see how y'all doing. That's it. Not any other type of hogwash. We ain't got time for it. If you're having a bad day, just say so. 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. Why a person will talk to you crazy. You having a bad day. Just come in the chat and say you're having a bad day. Most people don't want you to say that. You can come in here and say that here, as long as you're respectful. That's the bottom line. I'm having a bad day. Cool. Want to talk about it? That's my approach. Let's talk about it. Such and such happened. Okay. Are you looking for solutions? That's the way we finna do that. What we not two directions on go with people back and forth. We're not going back and no. We're not doing that. We are definitely not doing that. I just literally saw something that looked crazy. I can tell my hair has like so much product in it till it don't make sense. Which means I know I'm gonna have to do wash day whenever that. There we go. Got that out the way. Just say you're having a bad day, baby. That's all you got to do. Then we can go from there. You want to talk about it? No. Okay. Have you explored solution? That 9 times out of 10, we translate that mumbling as no. Let's talk about a resolution. Or did somebody say something crazy to you today and you want to pass it on? Come not from to let you. Okay. Detangling feels very nice. I think this product on my hair is the reason why this detangling is coming about kind of nicely, which I'm thankful for. Want to make sure you're not detangling dry hair. Spray it with water or get some product on it that you know you won't mind having to wash your hair out on. That's half already. Whew. So glad I have a towel here. I had no idea how much residue was in my hair. That's why I like putting the towel down. Alright. Let's get into this side and see what this side talking about. See what this do. Thank you, thank you. And Kamila. And hello, Camille. I don't know why the comments ain't coming in real time. It's just like I'm having to like look and like I don't want to be missing no comments. Oh, we have students in here. That's awesome. I just turned because my surroundings are not good for me to literally turn the camera. So I have to physically turn. I like all the waviness, but this ain't really a braid out. It's just been tucked underneath hairstyles. Hold the middle, work from the bottom up. That's how you detangle, not on dry hair. sure I'm taking my time too. Have a good night for those leaving. I'm leaving this live stream up. You got homework you need to be working on, you working on that homework. The live stream will be here. Not to worry at all. I have sticking up every which way. And I had to be careful doing all this turning around. That's the reason why I have a towel here on my legs, in my lap really, which is also on my legs. You won't believe the amount of residue that'll come out your hair, especially if they put wax, cream, gel in there, and you like hair everywhere. Like, look, just put a towel in your lap. You're gonna have to wash the towel anyway. I am doing great. How are you? How's everybody watching? We're here to talk about that too. If you're having a bad day, you can say so. Just be respectful up in here. That's it. That's all. That's the video. That's it. That's the post. And then we could chat about it if you want to. If not, we could talk about solutions. Yeah, I need to let this nail file go on somewhere. I need to. I need to let it go on where it need to go. Hello, Nick. Just be respectful, because I realize that sometimes people come up in here and they be making some comments and they come off like insanely appropriate. And I'm like, nah, bruh, nah. That's hold on. I'll be like, nah, that ain't it. As if I do stand up at any point. Appreciate your Alma. I understand you had to go to sleep at a decent hour. That's good. I'm proud of you. So nice to see students on here. I realize in some areas school has started back up. And so, you only got a certain bedtime, got to go. Cool. I understand. When I was in school, I had it too. Let me get myself a mirror. Let's moving some stuff around. Don't worry. Just got to get in position and to get myself. Okay, there we go. If it was the other way around and only one braid was sticking, I did a video like that, looking a little alfalfa-ish. If you don't know who alfalfa is, maybe you're too young, and that's okay. That's not shaped. Now, Alfalfa had a head full of hair too. You just had it sticking up. Okay, last one. I've not yet figured out what I want to do with it once I take it loose. Pretty sure it'll come to me soon. Oh, I'm okay. I'm just moving stuff around. That's all. I am wearing blue jeans, but I am not showing my jeans because I need for my hair residue not to touch these, what I just washed jeans. I need my hair residue not to touch that. So many dirt pockets and hair products and gel and whatever else. I don't want it touching my clothes. Because then that means I got to wash everything. I already have to wash my shirt and my hair. That's inevitable. I'm like, well, I'm going to have to wash my shirt. It's inevitable. Just because of these dirt pockets alone. And so I've been doing this a long time. Now, you know what? I've just adopted. Put the towel in the lap. Makes my life easier. Less mess for me to clean up. I don't like hair everywhere. As a person that does hair, the irony. I don't like having to have hair everywhere. Cleanup wise. I am wearing a regular tank top and jeans. I can care less about what I'm wearing. That is a requirement. Towel in the lap, hair tools, detangle. Once I start doing that, and then it made it so much easier for me. Less cleaning solution to spray around, less vacuuming, less bromad, all that. Hey, Alma, why you firing off them cuss words, Mama? We need you to dial that back. Cause it getting to a point, letting somebody pull you out your character, then it's like, let's dial that back. Yeah, I'm pretty much convinced. It's like with the turning to the side, you give a person an inch, they'll take a mile. I already know what it's about. So the answer is no. I'm not taking the towel off. I've explained myself. You can rewind it back. I'm not taking it off. I like having an easy cleanup doing my hair. Same thing with cooking. I have a bag off to the side. I'm chopping up onions. The parts I don't eat with the roots in it, off to the side in that bag. By the time I'm done, the scraps is in the bag and I can toss it in the bigger trash can. Same concept here about the hair. So I already know what the comment is about. I want to see your jeans. It's giving you're being perverted. It's giving you want to see it for your own perverted type of thing. And so I've said no. The answer remains that if that is something that doesn't align with what you're looking for, might want to go to somebody else that might be willing to do that. Since you're looking for something that's inappropriate, because I peeped that from the jump. 21 Common Street instead of Jump Street. So you're looking for somebody to show their, you know, hey, hey, you got the wrong place. You got the wrong place. Yeah, it's all this residue is on my hands. Oh my. This is why I like towels. I can just wipe my hand off on it. I already know I'm gonna have to do an additional wash of that alone. Oh, that feels so relieving. Yeah, so I'm perverted, you know. I'm a woman of a certain age, and to Rob, I pretty much seen. I peep game, okay, and so I already know when something, is kind of giving off innocent, and then I just keep observing and keep navigating the conversation until I'm able to discern. Okay, yeah, this is going left. Let's stop this now. Let's stop this now. Let's cut this out now. Let's stop this now. So I didn't seen it. Seen all kind of approaches. And I'm very leery of a person that works tirelessly to continue to try to worm their way out of respecting my boundaries because it says a lot about you. That says if I don't respect you with this little request, this or what seems like a smaller request, like you said no about the towel and because of your comfort, because it makes it easier for you to clean, and then you go and push for what you want again, that is one disregarding the rule I put in place. That's two disregarding the boundary I put in place in regards to the rule. And three, I've let you know the consequences in case you ain't reminded. But I give out black trophies, so I'll be sitting there already thinking about it from the moment you start off. Do I or don't I? And if you're still seeking for what you want, that means you don't really care, even if you're talking in a nice manner. Yeah. When I peep game, I peep game. They go ask for simple things, similar things. Oh, if you show something, you'll get more views. Of course, but I've seen young ladies do that and get more views. But then now it's like if you go see what they're doing now, it's just like they want to do something else because they've developed as a person and a human being as a woman, and all of a sudden, that's the danger of that. The moment they decide they don't want to show nothing no more, the views stop. I'd rather not do that. I don't need to do that. I got so much stuff to talk about on this channel that I done talked about, and I feel like I'm just getting started, especially after I saw the EOS thing trend going, the apple cider vinegar. Don't look that up. I know I realized by saying that you probably gonna go look it up. I'm like, my job is not done. My job is not done. So yeah, I peep game. I peep game. That old it kind of reminds me when they come in these comments. It reminds me of the oldest trick in the book where they be like, "Oh, well, They let the woman walk ahead of them, and maybe she wearing a dress or something or jeans. It's because you want to look at folks, okay? That's the nicer way we'll put it. You already know what that's about. You ain't fooling me, my boy. No, you not. I already know what that's about. I peep game. I know that's always a trick in the book. I also know one of the other oldest tricks in the game ever since social media has existed for the majority of my life and beyond. They'll use they'll threaten to unsubscribe or threaten to unfollow. I ain't the place for you. Go on. Please unfollow. Please unsubscribe. You're in the way of those that actually want to be here that don't have a perverted agenda. That don't want to. You see what I'm saying? You're holding their spot, and I think that's unfair. Don't you? I think that's unfair. Get out of their way. Unfollow, unsubscribe. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not mad. Because if you're looking for me to show something, you're looking for something perverted, and I don't provide the perversion, why are you here? I'm here to help you be a better person. And that is in absolutely positively no connection with anything perverted. I don't get it. I don't understand the mindset. I really don't. I don't. I've never understood that. It is that serious. It is. It is. But I've talked about this so many times. The not really the argument, but my point has been made. I sense from your comments that you're not taking this serious, and which lets me know that either one, you've never had anyone to call this stuff out, and maybe they've just accepted it or happily obliged you, even though they were uncomfortable. That's still a way of violating a person's boundaries. So that's all I'll say about it. Next request, I'm gonna start thinking about block trophies. I'm gonna strongly start thinking about it. That's all I got to say about it. There's two directions I don't go with people, and this is the last time I'll say it. You can rewind it back if you want to hear me say it again. I don't go back and I don't go forth. I don't do it. That's it. Because sometimes folks will want you to argue for their enjoyment. Like, nah, bruh. Nah, sis. I'm cool off that. I like peace. There are people that actually want you to go back and forth with them. Absolutely not. Request denied. I am speaking in general, and I am speaking because of past experiences. And I still even see it in recent and comments, especially live streams. I don't know, maybe that make people brave. Like, well, you don't know me, you can't see me, I can just say anything. No, I'm not you. So yeah, I'm done talking about it. Get as much as this. Get it off my hands on like that. Residue from my hair. Might get myself a nice drink. Hold on. Because I need to. I'm still here. We can chat about something else. We can chat about anything else. That's fine. No, it has nothing to do with paranoia. You know what? The funny thing is, I expect people to say stuff like that, and I think it's hilarious because when what people don't understand, they attack what they don't understand. Then they want to point the blame on anything but the act of or the process of accountability. It's a way of beating around the bush, and I don't like beating around the bush. So it has nothing to do with paranoia. When you are a person that values your peace of mind, you move differently. You approach conversation and dialogue of any kind very differently. When you have had run-ins with people who I mean, from the start of the dialogue, from the start of the whole interaction to the end of it, ending meaning you choose to walk away, or else they're going to hold you hostage, spinning you around in a circle conversationally. Your goal becomes peace, and if the person isn't seeking peace and they're not understanding, they got to go get their understanding from somewhere else. The Bible says, in all you're getting, to get an understanding. And so, if a person is not understanding you, the best thing to do is to ask God to put them in a situation in which they need to seek that information, in which they would understand it in a point of view that they would understand. So that way, I don't have to, or no one else has to go explain it to them again. And me being a teacher, I'm willing to go over something with someone handful of times, and then when it gets to a point that either maybe they're either not understanding the material, or either they're not getting it, I either one, I instruct them, rewind it back again, take notes. If they're still not getting it, maybe they need to get with their peers. In this case, with YouTube, with me teaching, we have people that I've seen people that converse with each other and help each other in the comments. I love seeing that because that's beautiful. That means that where I can't reach you with my way of breaking stuff down, and I get very, very, very detailed, almost extremely too detailed, and sometimes a person will still not understand it, but maybe someone else can get them to understand. It's okay. It's okay. My sincere hope and prayer is that you get to know who God is. And I sincerely hope that the reason why you say that you don't believe in God, I sincerely hope that it wasn't somebody who misrepresented who God was that was in the church. Because a lot of times that's where it stems from. Sometimes that's where it comes from. I've been through situations, and I'm not allowed to call names yet because God ain't gave me permission. In which other people had they've gone through what I've gone through in life, and these are things I've yet to testify about. The some of the stuff I've gone through, any other normal person, it'll make them give up on God completely. And it is because of God. And it is because of God why I didn't walk away from Him, but I walked away from the people who misrepresented who they said God was. So a lot of times, that's why people say, "Oh, well, I don't believe in God." It's a bad experience from somebody who represented Him badly. I hope that's not the case. I hope it's not the case of something maybe family wise, or somebody who you did something to you. But I hope that by you listening to me, you could that it at least makes your heart receptive to at least inviting him into your heart. If you don't believe me, I got a handful of testimonies on my channel. If you want to see it after this live stream is over with, that like I have one in particular. I don't know. I don't know if the video. I don't know if the video is gonna ever see the light of day. And that let me know that God was real. That was early on in my relationship with God. I felt like I had no hope, and bam! Next thing you know, God gets to moving stuff around, and like He allows something to happen, and let me know that okay, I got you. I didn't like that this person mistreated you, so I made this and this and this happen. Bam, bam, bam. So feel free. You're not required. But if you want to see how God works in anyone's life, including mine, I got testimonies on there. They're labeled underneath a playlist called Brave Girl Chats. And I may put the link to the playlist on my, it's no longer called a community tab, but it's called a post. I know. And see, the thing about God is God's way is completely the opposite. You believe it when you see it. But God requires you to believe first in order to see it. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen. Take something really small. I've heard of stories of people, even I've heard in church. They're like, God, if you're real, such and such. And they were about to, you know, do something really diabolical. And they said, God, if you're real, such and such. Next thing you know, God sent them people from the church. They gave their life over to Christ. It was a choice. No one forced them. That's how it should be. God has given us all free will. Even if you use that free will to say, I don't believe in God, you're still using something that God gifted us with. Think about it. That just, that's the first time I've been able to explain it that way. God gives us all free will, even if you use the free will to say you don't believe in Him. You're still you, and because He gifted us free will, you're still using the gift to do something other than give Him credit. Ain't that something? I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at wow, just mind blowing. Wow, that's that's incredible. God gifted us free will, and you know people go out and use their free will, something that is a gift from God, and they'll use it to do stuff against God, to make Him upset, to disrespect Him, to even blaspheme Him, and it's a gift still that they're misusing it. Oh my! I just wow, wow. I've never been able to explain it that way. So that is my sincere and hope and prayer for you, that you invite Jesus into your heart. Dear Lord Jesus, come into my heart. Forgive me of my sins. Help me to navigate this life. Help me to live my life the way you want me to. Teach me teach me what purpose you have given me in my life, and help me to pursue that. In Jesus' name, I decree and declare that I am saved and that I am covered underneath your son's blood. I don't have the full prayer for it, but you could say something along those lines. In your name we pray, amen. That's my sincere hope and prayer. So we all have free will, even, and it's a gift. But there are some people still using the gift of their free will that comes from God. Not many people know that. And it's okay. That's why I don't mind telling it to them. And some people use their free will to go and disrespect him. Like, dang. What? Let me get a couple more of this drink here. I rely I be talking a lot. You can rewind this back as many times as you need to, cause I'm finna leave this up. I'm actually glad you came in here. If you still in, if not, you could, if you come back, rewind it back. That's okay. I'm actually glad that things went the way it did. I like when things just naturally flow like that. Came in here to detangle hair and talk about God, and hey, mission accomplished. Then figure on people coming here trolling, then figure that you was gonna come in here Mario Brothers with a Z. That's actually kind of fire. You put a Z on it. I'm not trolling you. I'm for real. It's actually fire. And look how it went. That's my ball of hair. And my towel that is in my lap. I think that's what I'll do. I will, right after this live stream is over with, I will post the a playlist of my Brave Girl chats, and I share testimonies about stuff. And you'll even hear me talk a lot. Though I did one in particular about forgiveness, because a lot of times that's normally one of the most number one things that a person struggles with, no matter what the offense was or what the offense is, whether it's current or happened years or months or a week ago. You don't know, yesterday, 2 hours ago, or today. That's one of the most common things people struggle with is forgiveness, and it's just unforgiveness, and then unforgiveness blocks what God has for you. Even if you say I don't believe in God, and if unforgiveness is actually the real reason why you're hiding it, that's still, it's blocking you in some way. You've probably wanted to do stuff or accomplish stuff, and unforgiveness is sitting there as the reason why. And maybe you refusing to admit it, and it's giving it more power. If you don't believe me, you can ask God about it. You can watch the testimony of mine. I got a video on it called "If You." I think it goes by the title of "If You Have Trouble Forgiving People, this is what helps me do it easier, faster." Something like that. I'll post a playlist and that specific video for anybody that want to see it. I spoke about that either last year or this year or earlier in the year, but yeah, it's been a couple months ago. But I'm happy that each and every one of you stopped by. While this is not the end, you can rewind it back if you missed anything. And I'm telling you this because I love you. I want you to be the best, and I don't want you to miss what God has for you. Even if that thing is literally a relationship with Him.